Yo, what is up, guys? Your boy Zakage here with part 2 of What If Naruto Was Trained by Itachi. Hope you enjoy, and let's begin. So, we left off when Naruto and Team 7 got the Tazuna mission, and they just met up at the gate ready to leave. They rendezvoused at the gate, and Naruto realized Tazuna was, he was acting a bit off. He was giving off weird signs. He was sweating a lot, and it wasn't even that hot, and he couldn't keep constant eye contact. And thinking this is like kind of fishy, he whispers this to Sasuke, who examines him, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, he's kind of acting weird." So they don't really say anything, and they start heading out to the village. And after 20 minutes, Kakashi realizes the same thing. He's like, this guy Tazuna is acting a bit weird. And he keeps looking into the forest, like around them, like he's looking for someone or expecting something. So after another 10 minutes, they see a puddle up ahead, and to Naruto, it wasn't even a puddle. He saw right through it, even without his Sharingan. And he sees the Demon Brothers. Then he nudges Sasuke with his elbow. He activates his Sharingan and sees it as well. When they get closer, and as they pass, the two Chunins jump out, wrapping their chains around Naruto, both of them pulling and ripping Naruto to shreds. And to everyone, he just died. Everyone was shocked. Even Kakashi he began filling with rage. How could I let them kill Sensei's son? Kakashi was beating himself up, but he just was filled with anger, and he blitzed the two brothers. But as he was about to execute them, a giant blade comes and hits Kakashi in the stomach, sending him flying back. And yes, Zabuza appears earlier. The Demon Brothers began going after Tazuna, and Kakashi and Zabuza were having their standoff, trading jutsu, with Kakashi having to use a copy wheel technique with the Sharingan, copying all of Zabuza's jutsu, just cancelling each other out. To Sasuke and Sakura, the Demon Brothers blitz both of them, and Sakura used a shuriken. Yeah, the two brothers blitzed them, but Sasuke used a shuriken and kunai, throwing them, pinning the Demon Brothers' chain against a tree, forcing them to rip the chain out. But the poison claws were still effective, and they went straight for Tazuna, but Sakura jumped in the way like she can do anything. And Sasuke jumped in front of her, and as they were about to hit Sasuke, he activates his Sharingan. He activates his Sharingan, and just a rush from the battle evolved his right eye into a two tomoe. He caught the metal claw and twisted his body back, sending him flying towards his brother, stabbing right through him with the poison. And then Sasuke used his Demon Wind Shuriken to throw into the other brother's back, killing both of them. As Sasuke finished, he focused on the fight between Kakashi and Zabuza, and Kakashi was caught in the water prison. And with Sasuke's low stamina and his useless teammate, he can't do much. Sasuke tries throwing shuriken, but Zabuza easily dodges them. And to Kakashi's perspective, he doesn't have that much air left, and it's not looking too good for him. And he starts blacking out, and he starts thinking about just all the regrets and mistakes in his life. They all come flashing back. First Obito, then Rin, then Naruto, and after he dies, then Sasuke and Sakura. And even though he's still in the water, you could tell that he was crying. And then out of seemingly nowhere, a bunch of crows began surrounding Zabuza. This causes him to try and fan them away, releasing his hand from the water prison, setting Kakashi free. Then a tall figure came walking out of the trees. Sasuke's eyes widen, then say, "Brother?" It was Itachi in his Akatsuki robe, his eyes crimson red with his three tomoe glaring. he puts Zabuza under a genjutsu, but not the Tsukuyomi, but it was as effective in breaking Zabuza's mind. And to everyone, Zabuza just fell over after looking into his eyes. Haku comes in and doesn't even say anything. She just rushes away with Zabuza, and Sasuke runs up to Itachi. The first thing he says is, why did you kill our clan? And Itachi just bursts into a flock of crows, and there was Naruto. So let me explain what Naruto has been doing. Obviously, the Demon Brothers didn't kill him. He just activated his Sharingan and put everyone under Genjutsu. He had just been watching from the sidelines, thinking what's the best way to make an entrance. So why not Itachi? So he did. Sasuke just punched Naruto in his face for even playing a joke like that, and Naruto just begins laughing, causing Sasuke to break character and laugh along with him, lightening the mood a bit. But Kakashi was just confused. The first he thought he was gonna die, then his PTSD flashbacks, then Itachi appearing, but it was actually Naruto, and he looked into Naruto's eyes, seeing the Sharingan, because he forgot to deactivate them. And Kakashi just passed out of exhaustion, and his brain almost exploding, trying to process everything that he just saw. So Naruto just carries him on his shoulder, and they go to Tazana's house. The next day, Kakashi wakes up but still can't move, and while he's in bed, Naruto explains about his Sharingan and everything like that, and they bring Tazana in and start grilling this man, like, why are freaking S-rank ninjas after you? So he spills the beans about not having enough money and Gato, and basically what the bridge will do for his town. So Team 7 during this time doesn't really train. They just watch over Tazana while he's building the bridge and waiting for Kakashi to recover. Also taking care of some of the bandits they come across in the town. So the bandits that attack Inari's mom doesn't happen. Speaking of Inari, yeah, I wanna give Inari a life check. So Inari tells them they should stop trying, and Gato is just gonna kill them. And Naruto just turns to this kid and just lays it on hard. He says, so you think you can just give up because your dad died? Well, my whole clan died. His whole clan died, pointing to Sasuke. I almost died. And because of that, I'm supposed to just give up? No, I actually train because I don't want to end up like them. I try so I can protect the people I love. Instead, you're here crying, and that's all you'll ever do. Now run away like the coward you are. And everyone's just like, yo, Naruto, you coulda chill a bit. And Inari's mom was gonna say something, but she couldn't deny everything Naruto said was 100% true. And Inari, just ran off crying like usual. And yeah, some of you might say, it's a bit much for a kid, but I just have a natural hatred for wimpy, crying characters. So to the bridge, Kakashi's back up and running, and Naruto already told his team to be on the lookout for Zabuza and the masked chick, Haku, because she wasn't a tracking ninja. They wouldn't think she was, so yeah. And as expected, the mist starts rolling in and the duo shows up looking for a fight. Zabuza really wants to take down Naruto, but what he did was Zabuza really wants to take down Naruto, but Kakashi wanted some payback, so their fight goes to canon, but Haku doesn't step in front of Zabuza. So Haku's fight, he immediately puts up ice mirrors around Naruto and Sasuke, and Sakura's just outside with her trusty kunai protecting Tazana. So the ice mirrors So in the ice mirror, Sasuke's left eye, evolves into a two tomoe because his will is pushing him. He wants to read Haku's movements, and he does. Like, he can dodge them with relative ease, but he's still getting scratched now and then. Naruto was just dodging all her attacks pretty easily, and Haku, realizing she would never hit Naruto, goes for Sasuke because he was dodging, but she could see all the scratches on him. So Haku tosses a bunch of Senbon towards Naruto, making him think all her focus is on him, but she throws twice as many towards Sasuke, and with no time to dodge and save Sasuke, Naruto is forced to watch Sasuke as he is pierced by hundreds of Senbon. He drops to the ground, and Naruto rushes towards Sasuke's unconscious body, which he would realize that he's just unconscious and not like dead. But his anger began seeping out, and the Nine Tails inside Naruto began smiling, releasing tons of chakra into Naruto, evolving his eyes into the Mangekyo. Naruto, still rage-filled, used the Amaterasu to melt all the ice mirrors, which caught Haku as well, spreading all over her body, just burning her to ash. So Haku is just blowing in the wind, and Zabuza has a hole through his chest. And all those filler enemies that show up with Gato just easily get wiped out by Sasuke, who woke up a minute after Naruto took care of Haku. So, because he felt a bit left out, so Naruto just gave him that at least. So once he took care of all of them, he threw Gato towards the people of the Land of Waves, who still came to the bridge. So he gets beaten up like badly and forced to show, where he keeps all his riches. So the Land of Waves is pretty set right now, and the bridge is still called the Great Naruto Bridge, and they begin heading back to the Leaf. Another mission success. Thank you guys for sticking to the end of the video. This one was a bit shorter than usual, especially compared to part 1. But yeah, I just wanted to do the Land of Waves in this, then the Chunin exams in the next one, and then the finale, all of Shippuden in the last part. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next What If.